You believe that people understand you over time. You. But the truth is far more uncomfortable. Most people decide who you are before you even speak. In a fraction of a second, your brain and everyone else's forms a complete story about a person. Not based on truth, not based on reality, but based on a look, a GA tone, a pres, and from that single fragment an entire identity is constructed. This is not random. This is not accidental. This is the halo effect. The halo effect is one of the most powerful psychological shortcuts in human behavior. It is the reason attractive people are often perceived as more intelligent. It is why confident individuals are assumed to be more capable. It is why someone who looks successful is treated as if they are successful, even before proving anything. Your brain is constantly trying to simplify reality. It doesn't have the time or energy to analyze every detail about every person it encounters, so it does something faster. It guesses, and once it guesses, it commits. Imagine walking into a room. Two people stand in front of you. The first is well-dressed, calm, and confident. Their posture is straight. Their movements are controlled. Their presence feels intentional. The second person is quieter, less expressive, slightly nervous. Maybe their clothes are simple, or their body language uncertain. Without realizing it, your brain starts assigning traits. The first person becomes intelligent, competent, trustworthy. The second becomes average, maybe even less capable. But here's the problem. You don't actually know either of them. The halo effect doesn't just influence opinions, it shapes decisions. It decides who gets hired, who gets trusted, who gets listened to, who gets ignored. It operates silently, beneath awareness, guiding choices that feel logical but are deeply biased. And the most dangerous part, you believe those choices are rational. Your brain is not designed to be perfectly accurate. It is designed to be efficient. Efficiency means speed. Speed means shortcuts. And shortcuts mean distortion. The halo effect is one of those distortions. When your brain notices a positive trait, it spreads that positivity across everything else. It fills in the gaps with assumptions that feel natural but are not necessarily true. Confidence becomes competence. Attractiveness becomes intelligence. Success becomes morality. And suddenly, a person becomes something they never proved to be. This is why first impressions are so powerful. They don't just start a narrative, they define it. Once your brain creates an initial image, it resists changing it. Every new piece of information is filtered through that first judgment. If you think someone is smart, you interpret their actions as intelligent. If you think someone is incompetent, you interpret the same actions as mistakes, the same behavior. Two completely different interpretations, all controlled by the first impression. But the halo effect is not just about others, it is also about you. Every time you enter a room, people are forming a version of you in their minds, not the real you, not your full story, just a simplified image built in seconds. And that image affects everything that follows. The way people talk to you, the way they listen to you, the opportunities they offer you, the respect they give you. All of it begins with perception. This is where things become uncomfortable, because it means that reality is not enough. Who you are is not enough. What matters first is how you appear. That doesn't mean authenticity is meaningless, but it does mean that perception acts as a gateway. Before people see your true value, they must first believe that value exists. And belief, in the beginning, is not built on evidence. It is built on impression. Think about confidence. Confidence is not proof of ability. It is a signal. but your brain interprets that signal as evidence. Someone who speaks clearly and maintains eye contact is seen as knowledgeable, even if they are wrong, even if they lack depth. At the same time, someone who hesitates or struggles to express themselves may be seen as less capable, even if they are highly intelligent. This is the distortion, and it happens everywhere. In business, products that look better are often perceived as higher quality. In social interactions, attractive individuals receive more attention and trust. In leadership, those who appear decisive are followed more easily. The halo effect turns appearance into reality, not because it is true, but because people believe it is. And belief is powerful. Belief shapes behavior. If you believe someone is competent, you give them opportunities. If you believe someone is not, you withhold those opportunities. Over time, this creates real outcomes. The person who was perceived as capable gains experience, confidence, and success. The one who was overlooked remains unseen.